What's up, y'all? This is David here. A couple of months ago I did a webinar entitled Unique Sales Techniques for the Tanning Salon Owners Unite page. It's coming into busy season, so I know that we're not going to be able to do a lot of webinars here coming up because everyone's getting busier. So what I plan to do here is I'm going to basically demonstrate and explain everything that I went over in that webinar. I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and that way all of us can refer back to that as we start to hire new people. We're going to be bringing in a lot of people, all of us are, just because our salons are starting to pick up and we're getting busier. And we don't always have the time to train on sales techniques. The last thing that you want to do is have somebody that's basically just a waste of space sitting at your front counter. So hopefully you can utilize this video to train your employees and show them how to sell product better, sell Tanz better, upgrade. A little background on myself. I'm the owner and chief operations officer for Island Tanz. We're a small salon. We're a 7-bed salon located in the small town of Crosby, Texas. We're about 30 minutes outside of downtown Houston. A lot of people know, for those of you who don't, I took over my salon in December of 2013. I took it over from my mom, who retired. When she had the salon, it was just breaking even, which is what I see a lot of salons are doing. She needed this salon as a tax write-off. Eventually she decided to retire, and I said, hey, this could be a profit. I took it over. Last year I tripled our numbers. We had really good numbers. We sold over 900 bottles of lotion with 7 beds. A lot of you who have seen, did a webinar with John Farr, and my sales manager was on there as well. A lot of people asked. She averages 15 hours a week, and she sold over $20,000 worth of product alone last year. So hopefully I can instill some of our techniques into y'all with this video. Alright, we're going to start out with when you have a new customer walk through the door. You have someone walk through the door, whether they're new, they've never seen your salon, or they haven't been in your salon in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, even a year. First impression is key. So you always want to be sure that you're not sitting down, you're not on your butt, you're not on your phone. You want to be sure that you're doing something. If you're like me, the way that I run my salon is I know that there's not always something to do. I've been an employee, I've had a boss tell me that, so my girls know that I'm not one of those guys that I'm going to walk into the store and if they're not doing anything, they're going to get their butt chewed by me. But I do always want them to have a lotion book around them. I want them to have something, training material around them. The reason why is I want them to be training and know their product better than they know their boyfriends. When you have a new customer come in, you don't want to be on your phone. That's going to instantly, first impression, the first thing they're going to see is you. Whenever they see you on your phone, what's that going to show? It's going to show, oh, okay, this person really doesn't take care of the salon when they're here. They really don't care. They're just here to get a paycheck. Always be sure that you're standing. Don't sit down and talk to a customer. Once you have a new client come in, we utilize the Level Tan iPad software from JR. That product helps us show the customer. It basically gives them a virtual tour with the digital display. Every customer that walks through the door needs to get a tour of your store. I don't care if you have every bed full. You need to take the time to at least physically show them every bed on your menu or your iPad, whatever you use. Every customer needs to see every single bed in your salon. Whenever you walk them through the store, explain, okay, this is our bed number 1. It's in our highest level package. My store prices in 3 levels, regular, super, and platinum. So this is bed number 1. It's in our platinum package. It's our customer's favorite bed. It's the most used bed in the store. The reason why is because it's a really large bed. I can tan in it, pull my knees to my chest, and I don't touch the top. So you have a lot of room. We can practically tan 2 people in this bed. It's amazing. It produces really good color. Okay, this next bed's bed number 2. It's on our super package. It's the little brother to bed number 1. It has 42 lamps, 140 watt very high output lamps on the top, 160 watt lamps on the bottom, 3 facial bulbs. Okay, this is our regular beds. This one is 15 minutes. It has no facial bulb. It's only 32 lamps, and as you can see, it's rather cramped. But if you want to tan and you have a lot of time to do so, and you're on a budget, this would be the bed for you. However, if you want the best color in town, we recommend that you try the Platinum package. That's how you kind of sell your beds, and be sure that they see every bed and they can see the difference in the beds. For salon owners, be sure that your beds, be sure that your high-level package, the beds really set themselves apart. If you have 2 beds that are identical beds, one has, all you did was one bed you put 160 watt lamps in and the other one has 100 watt lamps in, customers really don't know the difference on that. And truthfully, if you don't have 160 watt ballasts in the bed, you're not giving them that much better of a tan anyway. So be sure that your beds really set the packages apart. Always be sure that you're standing up. Always be sure that the customer gets a tour. Always be confident, okay? Know your salon. Know your beds. Don't put a girl out at the front counter if she doesn't know how many lamps bed 5 has. Don't put her at the front counter if she doesn't know how many watts the facials are in bed 1. Make sure that she knows the differences in the UVs, UVA, UVB. Make sure she knows what each one does. She needs UVB to stimulate the melanin. You have to have UVB to tan. Make sure they know that UVA is not going to burn you. Different things like that. Really, whenever you can get into the science of tanning with the customer, you can really sell the whole environment. To sell your memberships, your EFTs, be sure that you have incentives. Be sure that you show the customer the incentives. For example, with us, if you are a regular EFT member, you get 10% off of all your product. If you are a super EFT member, you get 15% off, and a Platinum member gets 20% off. EFT members get free upgrades every Sunday. Platinum customers get a free sample packet every single Sunday. Whenever you tell them this, they are really going to respond to that. They're going to want to be a member of the salon. They're going to want to sign that commitment. So that's how we have our success with our EFT membership. Okay, now we're going to get into the confidence and training aspect of my training, okay? A little bit ago, I took a little panorama, shall you say, or I did a little video swoop of all of the product that we carry. We have a couple of different techniques that I use strategically to increase our sales. For example, when you look at our product, we only have 1 bottle of each thing on the shelf. That goes into the impulse buy, which I'll mention later on. One of the big things that I push on everybody is training, okay? As a salon owner, you need to have these books, okay? So this is New Sunshine, this is the 2015 Devoted, this is the 2014 Devoted. You need to have these books available for your employees and your staff to go over. One, it's lotion. The girls like lotion. All of them do. So they're going to read the books just because it's interesting. Once they become more interested into it, then they're going to start understanding the facts behind it, the science behind it. Whenever you are selling a product, okay, all going back to that first impression, after you give the customer a tour, then you're going to try to sell them a product. The minute that you say or you stutter, or you start talking quieter or whatever it may be, you're going to lose that customer's trust. They're going to see that you're not confident about what you're doing anymore. You have to be loud, proud, stand up. You have to know your product. You have to talk confidently about it. You can't say you can't stutter. Keep throwing facts out at the customer, okay? Whenever you feed so many facts into the client, eventually they're going to get to the point where they just say, I don't care, I'm just going to buy it, so you shut up. For example, we're going to take black and gold. Okay. You obviously don't want to sell this bottle to a new client because it's got a lot of DHA in it. But whenever we train our girls, we train them on the back of the bottles. Black and gold doesn't have it. The Color Rush bottles don't have this feature, but the classic lines and the devoted bottles do. We don't train them on everything with black and gold, and then everything with spiked and seductive, everything with adorned, etc., etc. We train them on the features on the back of the bottle. So if you grab a bottle of, say, Little Bit Country or Camo Queen or something in that product line, when you look at the back of it, it's going to say Revita Fit, it's going to say Body Fit, it's going to say all the features that those bottles have. What we do is we train the girls on those features. Whenever we train them on those features, it makes it easier for them to sell the product, and it makes it easier for them to retain the knowledge that we feed to them. So if a customer comes in and says, hey, I want to look at, say, Crazy Sexy Beautiful, the girls don't have to know every single thing that this bottle does. All they have to do is pick it up, say, okay, cool. Flip it over, look, say, okay, it has Revita Fit. They know what Revita Fit does. Okay, this has Melatonin. They already know what that does because that's what we train them on. We don't train them on specific lotions, we train them on features. Every lotion manufacturer has those features. You can learn about those features by doing the webinars. Four Seasons and Heartland always have webinars that Devoted and New Sunshine do. New Sunshine has a really good video feature on their website. They also have lotion tests. They have a lot of cool stuff. You need to utilize those things to train your staff. There's a ton of outlets out there. A lot of salon owners will stay in their bubble. They don't care what so-and-so has to say, or this salon or that salon. All they care is that their store is opening today and they're going to make money. There's so many outlets out there for you to gain information and teach your staff. You really need to try to use every one of those outlets. So back to what I said. Confidence is key. Always be confident in your product. Know your product. Don't throw somebody that's on day one out there on sales. They're not going to sell anything because they don't know anything. I've made that mistake before. I will openly admit that. I've had a girl sell a brand new customer a bottle of black and gold. That customer turned orange and they spent $115 on that lotion. Sorry, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell somebody that. Now they've got to turn around and buy an intensifier because our girl messed up. Those customers tend to write bad reviews. They tend to be 1 month customers. And they tend to tell everybody, especially if you're in a small town like we are. Everybody's going to know, hey, they don't know a damn thing about their lotion because they sold me a lotion that turned me orange after I said, I don't want to be orange. The girl just sold me whatever she used. Well, she's darker than me. So, know your product, okay? Now, whenever you have a new client at the front, whenever you've already given them a tour of the salon, you've showed them your lotions, they've made up their mind on what package they want, and they've made up their mind on what lotion they want to get. Remember, you've got to tell them, you can tan without a lotion, but it takes 7 minutes for your melanin to activate, and you can even go into telling them what melanocytes are. You really don't have to, but you can. Whenever you tell them you can tan without a lotion, but you might as well just give me your money and go home because you're not going to really tan that well, they're going to understand, okay, well, why do I need a lotion? Well, because it activates your melanin a whole lot faster. It only takes a minute or so if you're using a melanin activated bronzer or accelerator. Okay, well, I guess I'll try a packet. Okay. Whenever you sell them on a packet or a bottle, and you sell them on the package of tanning that they want, then you need to sell them on 3 more things, because you've sold them on a body lotion and you've sold them on a tanning package. I always say, sell 5 things on the very first visit. You might not get money for those 5 things, but you need to sell those 5 things, okay? So you've sold them on tanning, you've sold them on a bottle of body lotion. Now you're going to need a face lotion. You don't have to buy it today, but you're going to see that your face, you can't put your body lotion on your face because you're going to break out. You're going to look like a pizza in 2 weeks. So what you need to try to do is you need to buy a face lotion at some point in time so you can keep everything going, so you can keep everything moving. Our face lotions are hypoallergenic. They're not going to break you out. We have Crystal Faces here from Australian Gold. It was designed with dermatologists. Then, after you said, okay, you need a face lotion, this is why, you're going to turn around and say, you also need a leg lotion. Let me tell you why. Your legs are the furthest from your heart. They're not going to tan as well. It takes blood circulation to tan. Okay? So your melanin is not going to be working. Your blood flow is not going to be going as much because it's so far from your heart. So you're going to need a leg lotion. Okay? They also have hair growth inhibitors in them, so you're not going to have to shave as often. And guess what? We've also got this really cool product called No Apologies. I'm going to go ahead and give you a packet of it just because it's that amazing. We sold over 200 bottles of this last year alone. It's $18 for this bottle right here. It has an amazing fragrance. Unspin the top, let them smell it. It's papaya mango fragrance. They're going to love it. I'm going to give you the packet for free. I guarantee you they're going to turn around and say, you know what else does this shave stuff do for me? Okay, well, have you ever noticed after you shave your legs, when you're tanning, your legs are not as dark as they were before you shaved? You're shaving your tan off. No Apologies is going to keep you from shaving your tan off. It also has hair growth inhibitors. You'll notice after a couple of shaves with this product, you don't have to shave nearly as often. Every one of my girls have it. They love it. They swear by it. The No Apologies. I had a girl that had very sensitive skin. She'd shave her armpits. I don't have this problem. I don't manscape. But she shaved her armpits. Then she would put her deodorant on. With a normal shaving cream, she would have a burning sensation afterwards. With No Apologies, no burn. You also don't have razor bumps. You don't have any kind of cuts or anything like that. It goes on smooth as though a moisturizer would. It has tan enhancers in it. This product you can wet shave or dry shave with it. It's got a ton of features. I could go on about it all day, but I'm going to give you the packet of it because I'd rather just let you try it for yourself. That packet really costs you, what, like $2? You can give that up because I guarantee you when you say, I'm going to give you this packet, you've already sold them. You know what, go ahead and give me that too. It's only $18 and it's going to last me forever. It lasts them about a month. But they don't have to shave as often and they love it. So, you sold them now on a tanning package, a body lotion, a face lotion, a leg lotion, and I'm not even going to count No Apologies as a 5th lotion because that's still on your legs. So what's your 5th lotion going to be? That's going to be your moisturizers. On your moisturizers, you really need to use our tan enhancing moisturizers because they don't have mineral oils in them. Here's how I explain it. Is it a true science? I really don't know. It's just the way that I BS my way through a sale. So moisturizers. Our moisturizers don't have a mineral oil base in them like your grocery store, your Jergens, your Lubriderm, etc., etc. When you think about oil and water, oil sits on top, water sits on bottom. When you put a mineral oil based moisturizer on, you're really not moisturizing your skin. You just feel moist. It's just like when you put baby oil on. It's not going to soak into your skin. It's just going to sit on top and you're going to slip and slide all over the place. So with your tan enhancing moisturizers that we carry, they're more of a cream base. They don't have mineral oils in them. They're not going to kill your tan. Your tan's going to last long and you're actually moisturizing your skin. Some of them have a little bit of DHA in them. They have some color. They're going to help as a sunless as well. They're going to help boost your color for that special night. So bam, you have sold them a tanning package. You've sold them a body lotion. You've sold them a face lotion, even though they might not buy it today. You sold them a leg lotion. I guarantee you've sold them No Apologies that day. And you sold them a moisturizer. 5 products. You've got to always remember fill their heads with so much information. And I know in the beginning, you're going to worry about them saying, oh man, what am I getting into? I'm looking at spending $300 here today just to tan for a month. By the end of that month, you've gotten $300 out of that client. Then, whenever their month is up, they're expired, they're going to renew their package. Why? Because they've tanned with a body lotion for 2 weeks out of that month. They're not really getting any color. Your girls have strategically said, man, you don't look like you're getting dark right now. Why don't you try a plateau breaker? So bam, you sold them Optimize or 14 karat gold rush, something that's a plateau breaker. So now they have two $100 bottles and their month is up in 2 weeks. Their month is up. Oh man, I got 2 3/4 used bottles. I need to go ahead and get another month and get my money out of this lotion. So they're going to buy another month. During that month, you're going to sell them more product because they've now become lotion aficionados and they want to try every single thing that's on your shelf. Then you've got them addicted. Not necessarily addicted to tanning, but addicted to that lotion, okay? They might not tan but twice a week, but they want to try everything on your shelf because they know that you know your stuff. Because after you sell them a lotion, you turn around and say, man, you look so much better. You're getting so much color out of that new lotion that you just bought. Eventually, people are going to start asking them on the street, hey, where do you tan? You look great. Oh, I tan at Island Tans down there down the road. They really know their stuff. Take a time, go to our Facebook, facebook.com/Crosby Tanning. When you look at our reviews, if you look at our Yelp, if you look at our Google, if you look at everything, almost all of our reviews say staff is very knowledgeable. Most tanning salon reviews, when you read them, they say beds are clean. They say staff is friendly. I never have to wait, whatever it may be. It's not often that you see one where it says the staff really knows their stuff. They're very knowledgeable. You can use those reviews as a way to figure out, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what we're doing really good that I didn't even know about. If they don't say, for example, I really like their lotions, well, you might need to step up your lotion game and buy some more expensive lotion or ask other owners what lotion they recommend that you sell that works good for them. If they say staff is very knowledgeable, then you know, hey, my staff is good and I didn't even think about that. So that is how I do the 5 keys. Sell 5 things on the initial sale. Always think out of the box. So you have this customer that's been tanning for a couple of weeks. You know a little bit about her because you're a good employee, you're a good owner, you're a good staff member, and you want to know your clients. You want to know what their name is. You want to know what their kids' name are. You want to know what kind of dogs they have in their dogs' names. You want to know what they do for a living. You might not get that far into their personal life. So say you have a customer, this just goes to show about thinking outside of the box. Say you have a customer one day, she walks in, she's been tanning for 2 weeks, she's wearing scrubs. You can tell she obviously works as a nurse or in a medical facility somewhere. So you might say, oh, are you a nurse? Yeah, and she looks like she's having a rough day. Man, that must be a stressful job. Yeah, and then you start to kind of talk to her, sympathize with her, okay? Then you turn around. I've got this lotion packet I really want you to try. It's an aromatherapy and stress reliever lotion. It's called Keep Calm Tan On. There are aromatherapy lotions out there everywhere. You've got Keep Calm Tan On, Hot Couture, Moda Milano. Every manufacturer makes one of some sort. That's how you think outside of the box. You would never really think about using those features of those lotions to sell to a customer. Look at professions. Sell teachers, you could sell nurses, you could sell single parents. Those aromatherapies in a heartbeat. Wintertime, you can sell a blush lotion. It's not a tingle, but it's a blush. It's going to warm you, not make you feel like ants are crawling all over you, but it's going to make you feel better and warmer when you leave the tanning bed. Summertime, when your beds are running all day long, and it's 110 degrees inside your store and 90 degrees outside your store, what are you going to sell them? You're not going to want to sell them a tingler. You're going to turn around and want to sell them a coolant like Escapade, Crazy Sexy Beautiful, something that has a cooling essence so they don't get so hot. All right, now we're going to get into stereotyping. All right. Everyone always says don't stereotype, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, this is a superficial industry, so we're going to do it. So you have a customer that is balling on a budget, single mom, high school student, college student, whatever it may be, and they buy a regular package, level 1 package. You're not going to look to this customer necessarily to sell them a bottle of $100 plus lotion. These are going to be your customers that are going to be more interested in your low range price point bottles. They're going to look at your $20 to $40 bottles. Okay? If you have a mid-level customer who buys a package that's say $65 a month, they're going to want to look for the bottles that are between $60 and $80, somewhere around there. When you look at your customer and what package they have, you can almost pair the bottle with the package. If they have a $60 package, they're going to be okay with a $60 bottle. If they have a $30 package, they're going to be okay with a $30 bottle. This rule doesn't apply 100% of the time, but it does work for the majority of the time. Let's look at the impulse buy. Okay, I told you earlier, I only have one bottle of each lotion on my shelf. I might have more of that in stock, but it's going to be hidden in the storage room. It's going to be hidden in the counter behind the our storage case behind our front counter. Because if I have 2 bottles on the shelf of the exact same lotion, it won't move. The reason why is because someone says, it's okay, I'll pick that bottle up tomorrow. Alright, then tomorrow you're not at work, and then the customer forgets about it, or they've escaped your sales ploy, whatever it may be, they don't have to buy it. Everybody forgets, it just goes on the back side, and that bottle sits on your shelf. If you have one bottle, you look at them and say, look, I've only got one bottle of this. It's an amazing lotion. Everyone likes it. Everyone loves it. And I guarantee you that if you don't buy it today, it's probably going to be gone tomorrow. You really need to get this lotion if you want it. By having one bottle, you're able to really do that. So take a look at your inventory and make sure that you don't have 3 or 4 bottles of everything. Distributors are real bad about trying to get you to order, oh, if you order 5 bottles of Elusive, you get 1 free. Or if you order 3 bottles of the new Snooki, you get 2 free. They're getting you the same way you're supposed to get your customer. Don't do that. I recommend doing one at a time, one of each lotion. Have a wide variety. Everyone always asks, how do you sell all that product? Well, your customers aren't shopping for cars, they're shopping for lotion. They don't do the same methods that you would if you were to shop for a car. They're not going to go online and buy a lotion. They might buy a lotion, but they're not going to go online and look for a lotion. They're going to come into your store and they're going to trust whatever you say, because it's not like buying a car. It's not like buying a computer. Online, fighting the online sales. This is something that I get asked a lot. Do we have a lot of customers that have that buy their lotion online? No, not really. Maybe 5%. The reason why: use first-hand experiences. In our case, we had a girl that bought a bottle of I'm Into You from Devoted Creations online. It's a $40 MSRP lotion. What did she really save? 20 bucks? Okay. She bought it online, got it in, brought it to our store. Had a new top on it. It was one of the square bottles with a twisty top. You could tell that the bottle had, it looked as though the bottle had never been used. We unscrewed the top, compared it with one of ours on the shelf. It was half the color and had a different smell. It was halfway filled with Lubriderm or Jergens. Basically what it was a used bottle that they filled with a cheap moisturizer and sold it at our cost or cheaper. Use those experiences. She turned around, shipped that bottle back, and bought a bottle from us. If you use those experiences and tell customers, you're still going to have that, I've still got 10% that say, yeah, but my stuff, it really works. It's a good product. All right, that's fine. You can keep doing it, whatever. You might get the color, you might not. Some salons will say, you can't bring an outside lotion into my store because I don't want you to ruin my acrylics. One method that I do, I'm never scared to throw numbers out there. Everyone knows what we made last year. Everyone knows what my beds cost, etc., etc. I don't have any secrets. if I have a customer come in and I show them my high pressure bed, the Sunboard Plus, that's a really impressive looking bed. When they see that acrylic and I say this acrylic, I'll even exaggerate. If I say this acrylic costs $4,500, I want to ensure that you're not using a lotion that's going to make it feel like sandpaper whenever you get out. If we find out that you're using a lotion doing that, then that bill is going to be passed on to you. They're more likely to say, oh, okay, let me take a step back here and really think about it. You know what I mean? You can't be sure what you're getting. Another really good thing that we do, and we always try to show people, Devoted is really good about this. On the back of the bottle, I'm sure you can't see it from the video, but if you have a Devoted bottle shaped like this, look at it. It says, protect yourself, only purchase DC products from professional salons. Basically what that means is they don't sell their product online. Have a sign right there from Australian Gold and Swedish Beauty. It says products purchased online may not be authentic, are not guaranteed, and are used at your own risk. Australian Gold only supports products sold through professional tanning salons. Supreme Tan has one, Devoted Creations has one, Designer Skin, Australian Gold, all the new Sunshine stuff. Every manufacturer has product diversion signage, okay? I recommend you buy as much of it as you can. You can get it from your distributor. Get as much of it as you can from whatever products that you sell, and post it not only in your lobby, put it in a nice frame and put it in every room if you have to. Do whatever it takes. Make sure that that client knows that if they can buy online all they want, but they might not be getting anything that they think that they're getting. It might have the same fragrance. It might be half of a bottle of the real stuff and half of the bottle Jergens. You never know. So that's some of the techniques that we use to keep clients from buying online. I know depending on where you are, depending on your demographic, really affects that. My girls are quick to say, don't buy a bottle online. What we do is if we see somebody that we know has bought their bottle online, we note it in their file, and we don't give them any discounts. We don't say, here, try this packet. It's probably not going to work. They've already bought their bottle online. They're going to continue to do so. We try to preach to them as we build a relationship with them. We might joke with them. I have one that in between the last section of this video and this section came in and tanned and left. She bought a bottle of Ruby online. I sell it for like $100. She bought it online for like $50. So whenever she came in and left, she was like, man, I want to try that La Moment. And I said, what are you going to do, buy it online? You know what I mean? You play little jokes like that. Eventually they'll get the point like, man, maybe I need to support this salon. Because they really are, they're trying, it's a small business, they're trying to upgrade their beds. They're always trying to help me, and all they're doing is looking out for me. You're not going to look as though you're being annoying or anything like that. If you do it in a caring manner, they're going to understand that you're just trying to look out for them. All right, let's say that you're a new staff member and you have a couple of different strengths. For example, one of my girls, she's been here for over a year. She's actually been here the longest. She lacks a lot in street smarts, I'll be honest. Common sense went out the window a long time ago, like the 3rd grade. But she has like an engineer's sense of math. She's very good with arithmetic. So what she does to get her sales is she does the bottle to packet comparison. Basically the way that works, I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to demonstrate it to the T, but I can explain it to you. The way it works is, say you have a bottle of Cypher, the Platinum, the $160 MSRP bottle. That bottle's $160. A packet of it's like $26. The bottle of it's 7 ounces, something like that. The packet of it's half an ounce. You take and do the math on that and say, okay, this is how much it would cost for you to buy 7 ounces of packets This is how much it would cost for you to just buy the bottle. You can go ahead and buy the packets all day long. That's fine with me. I make more money off you that way. You know what? I'm going to get a heck of a lot more commission off of you that way. But I'd rather look out for you and see you buy the bottle. Another hard thing to get past when you're selling is your 7-ounce bottles. Okay, Devoted Creations has them in the Beyond line, the tall, skinny, glittery bottles. Those sell very well because they look good. The Cypher bottles, they're real small like that. A lot of lotions, you know, every manufacturer has a 7-ounce bottle that's $100. I don't understand why they do it yet. I've kind of quizzed a couple of different people and haven't really found a good enough answer for me. But I can tell you that you can sell that by telling them, I know it's only 7 ounces, but it goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to use it as much as these other ones. These other lotions are silicone bronzers. This one's not. Whatever it may be, as you start to learn about the lotions, you can come up with your own way to explain why it's so expensive and it's such a little amount of lotion. If all else fails, tell them this is the Dom Perignon of tanning lotion. It's Cristal. You know, you're not going to get anything better than this. All right, so we talked about how it's hard to sell the 7-ounce bottles that are $100. A lot of people find any bottle over $100 almost impossible to sell. It's really not. The harder sell is the Cypher, the Ideal, Royalty, all those $100 bottles, Complexion, all those that are high-end bottles that are 7 ounces. The $100 bottles that are 13.5 ounces, I pretty much just gave it away right there. They're so easy to sell. You can look at Elusive, you can look at Black Legacy, you can look at Black and Gold, you can look at La Moment. All those $100 bottles that are 13.5 ounces, all you've got to do is tell your customer, yeah, it's $120, $140, $100, whatever it may be, but it's 13.5 ounces. If you compare it to the $30 bottles that are 6 ounces or 7 ounces, they might start to see, okay, this is not only a high quality lotion, but I might as well buy it at Costco or Sam's because I'm buying it in bulk, getting 13.5 ounces. You always want to point that out. If you have a bottle that's 13.5 ounces, 12 ounces, whatever it may be, a larger bottle, it might not look larger, but if you see that it is, point that out to the customer. Show them. Not only are you getting a really good lotion, but you're getting a large quantity of it. Alright, now I try to always tell everybody you've got to try your product. One thing I do different than a lot of salons, some salons do it, not too many. I let my girls tan for free. I don't tell them they have to, but I like for them to. I also give them free lotion. I give them basically free reign of the book and say, what do y'all want this week? We order once or twice a week on average. Every order I buy them 2 or 3 bottles of lotion as a crew. They all share it. Top sales always gets to pick her own bottle, and the other girls will share it as well. But the key is not to buy them the cheap lotion. You can't be a hypocrite. You can't tell a customer, you're going to get the best color by buying this $100 bottle when you've never used it. You want to use every bottle. These bottles right here are just the girls' lotions from like this month. They only get high-end lotions, and the reasoning behind it is the customer wants to be as dark as they are. You want your girls to be dark. You want your customer to want to be their color because they're going to say, what lotion do you use? Oh, well, I use Black Legacy. It's 2015 lotion. It's $145 and you have to have it. And they're going to buy it. That's another way to utilize it's an easy way to sell a lotion. It really is. A lot of customers want to be as dark as your girls. They come here to ask how to look better. Your girls have to look better, so they'll ask how to look better. If your girls don't dress like they take care of themselves, if they're not dark, whatever it may be, customers aren't going to ask them what to do to look better. So always be sure that your girls are tanning, they're using good lotion, and they're taking care of themselves. All right, so that's it for me, for what I've got on the unique sales techniques. I know that I left some stuff off. I'm sure everyone's going to have some questions. Feel free to type them in the comment box below. Everyone can feel free to use this video for their staff, for training. You can show it to your staff. You can refer back to it and create your own training program based off of what I've taught you as far as how we're successful. This is an ever-evolving industry. All of our customers, I referred to it a while back, all of our customers are superficial. They always want to stay up with the times. They always want what's the latest and greatest. You can't pull the same stuff that you did last year and expect to succeed. You have to always evolve. That's why I always am so open to sharing our tricks, our tips, our tools that we have in our belt. Because what I used last year, my competitor can't use against me because I've already used it. I'm always coming up with new things, as you should be as well. What I used last year is not going to work this year. My beds that I bought last year, they're already old and tired. People have used them. They're done with them. They want new beds, so I'm buying new beds again. Our sales techniques, our lotions, people have used them. They're done. They want new stuff. So always evolve. Always keep your salon moving. Don't get stuck in that rut. I really thank everybody for their support, and everyone's always really thankful for any help that I have. Everyone's always quick to help me whenever I have questions. I want to tell everyone I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I came into this not knowing what I was doing and learned quick and created my own ways to do the things that we've done. So hopefully people out there will see what we've done and take what I teach and use it for themselves. And if you do it right, and you're likely to have better numbers than last year. If you ever have any questions, my door is always open. You can always PM me. You can always give me a call. A lot of people have my phone number. If not, you can always ask me for it. I've been on the phone until 1 o'clock in the morning with salon owners before. So thanks a lot.